Hi, this is Sharon with Just My Two Cents. I hope everybody's doing great on this beautiful Saturday evening. I'm sitting outside on my patio and I wanted to come and share something with you. It's about the number 555. For those of us who experience the synchronicities of numbers, we know that 555 is the number of change. At my job, I began to get weary, and I was at the point when I really didn't know what to do. Um, Most of us who go to work every day, we go on time, we do what we're supposed to do when we get there, and we work accordingly to our schedule. We don't give clap back. We do our job to the best of our ability. And then we experience those employees who do the opposite. So they make it harder for us because now leadership is dependent on somebody to get that job done. And instead of correcting them for those who don't do the right thing at the job, they come to the people who have good work ethics. And it makes it hard for us because now we're doing our job plus their job, and everything is pointed at us and not at them who are not doing their jobs, and leadership is not doing anything. So we all get there at that crossroads where we really don't know what to do, and we're tired and we're exhausted and we're tired of doing their jobs. And even when we go up the chain of command and we say, hey, you know, why do I have to do John's job, or why do I have to do XYZ job? Why are you not holding them responsible? And they really don't have any feedback or an answer. They just want the job done. They don't care who does it. And then sometimes we know that they are friends and family members, that they're not gonna say anything to, but they know that you'll get the job back, and you'll will not get the job, but you'll get the job done. So they're relying on your good work ethics. Now you're exhausted. And I was there at that point. I was just exhausted of being tired of being taken advantage of, and not having management hold those people accountable who are not doing their jobs, because you're not getting paid anything extra. We know that. So I took it to God, and I just, during my quiet time, I just had a conversation with God, and I just said, Lord, I don't know what else to do. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of doing somebody else's job. I don't know what to do. And I was just asking God for instructions. And at that time, He didn't say anything. And as I got ready to close out my prayer, I just said, Lord, I trust you. And the very next day, I saw the number 555. And I felt like in my heart that that was God saying to me, I heard you. And there's a change coming, but you got to trust me. And things began to get even harder on the job. They were coming after me really, really hard. And I just had more work. And I would just say to myself when I got frustrated, I said, Lord, I trust you. I just trust you. And then the next few days, I kept seeing the number 555. I wake up, I see it on my phone, I see it on a car tag. Everything that, if you know about the synchronicities of numbers, or if you see it on a receipt, we've had those experiences. I was seeing 555. So I knew that God had my back. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I knew in my heart that a change was coming. And then one day I went into work. I was early, and my supervisor said, hey, go ahead and clock in. So I clocked in, and then she said, we're going to do something a little different today. I said, okay. And she says, I want to introduce you to another job, and they're going to train you back here, and the supervisor is going to give you another schedule. And y'all, that was my change. That was what God was doing for me. He was working behind the scenes, and then it did take, a few days, before it happened, but that change came. And now I'm on another job, and things are much, much, much better. And now my enemies who um, wasn't doing their job, and I had to go and fill that gap when they was gone and walking off the job and didn't even care. Now my enemies are coming back to where I'm working at now in my department, peeping around the corner, trying to see what's going on, asking questions. How did she get this job? And deep down inside, they knew that it was, they may never admit it, but they know God was in it. And that's how I got moved back there. So I would like to encourage everyone today, like when you're going through something, and you don't always have to look for the synchronicity of the number 555, but God does. Does speak through numbers, and if you read your Bible, you do know that. But 555 for me meant change, and change came. And we know that favor ain't fair, and you do go through something, but God is still on your side, and He's fighting your battle for you. And also, I wanted to leave you Psalms 55, and you can, at your own time, go back and read it, where David was going through things. And at the end, he was saying, all this stuff is happening, Lord, take care of it, you know, do something with my enemies, but at the same time, and when you come to the end of it, David said, I trust you. So just stay in faith. Don't let people get you out of the ark of safety. Don't clap back. Just stand your ground no matter how difficult it gets for you. And just keep reminding yourself that, that change is going to come, and continue to trust God. Once again, this is Sharon with This Is Just My 2 cents. And if you like my video, just give me a thumbs up. And if you've experienced this on your job, give me a thumbs up. You guys have a great evening. I'll see you next time.